Please welcome Jack Ma. Nice crowd. What brings you to Detroit?
I've been expecting this day for a long, long time. When I started my business, I tried to sell my products, ideas, and to the outside the world. Especially, I have a lot of friends who do import-export. They're all small business. 10 years ago, they could not go because they don't have visa, they don't have money, they don't have this, and don't have that. And I said, someday I hope Alibaba can build up a platform that all the small business can sell across the board easily, efficiently, and cheaply. And I told the people at that time, I say, if you miss the opportunity of selling your products to the world, to the USA, to the Europe, you may miss the chance. And today I want to tell the people that if you miss the opportunity of selling your products to China, you will miss the opportunity, you will miss the future.
Next year, China will be a larger market than all other markets combined. The single biggest market in the world.
When I started my business in 1995, it was very difficult. I had an idea. I invited 24 of my friends in my apartment. Because that year I went to Seattle, my first trip to the USA. In Seattle, I discovered internet. And I think this thing in the future may change the world. A friend of mine, he had a small office with like 4 or 5 computers. I never touched computer in my life before because computer was so expensive to me and so complicated. But my friend said, this is internet. Just to type in whatever word you want to type. I said, no, too expensive. I don't know which one to do. Even now, I don't know how a computer works. So he said, Jack, it's not a bomb, just to type whatever. So the first word I typed in was beer. B-E-R, beer. I don't drink, I don't know why I typed a beer. I found American beer, German beer, Japanese beer, no China. So I typed the word China. There's no information about China. What if we can make some China information on the internet? Let people know about China. So that was the idea. So I came back to China and say, I want to resign from my school. I've been teaching in the university for 6 years. I invite 24 of my friends to my apartment. After 2 hours of explaining what I'm gonna do internet, and 23 of them say, forget it. He said, this thing never worked because there's no such thing called internet in the world. You know nothing about a computer, so why you wanna do this? Only one people, he said, Jack, if you want to try it, just to try it. But if there's something wrong, just come back. I choose those people who give me the trust. Because it's the trust that make me united. I think 18 founders, they trust me. Because they trust me, I have to be very loyal to them and loyal to the mission that we have. I think a lot of entrepreneurs know that I hate people work for me. I want people work for the mission that we agreed together. When people trusting in you, that's the most valuable things.
China has changed. Think back in 1995 when you were in Seattle, 99 when you started Alibaba, and today in 2017.
Well, when I went back to China in 1995, with an idea of the internet was very strange. China was not connected to the internet. So I tried to talk to a lot of my friends that what is internet? Nobody said, this thing never worked. This thing never exists. But people even say Jack is a liar because he's trying to steal money from people telling us there is an internet. When I go to the China company registration office, I said, I want to register a company called Hangzhou Hope Internet Company. The guy looked at me and say, this is the English dictionary. Tell me there's no word called internet. Why you want to register a company called the internet? So I cannot register a company name. In 1995, China was connected to the internet. I was number 7 person connected to the China internet. I invited my friend who is a TV man. Take the TV camera, they all stay in my home. It took us 3 hours and a half to download the first front page.
Yeah. So how big is Alibaba today?
From 1999, we have 18 founders. To now, we have close to 60,000 people. Our sales, called GMV, last year is over 550 billion US dollars. And it's just the beginning. We will probably go across 1 trillion US dollars in 3 years.
Some people, when they think about getting on the internet, and worry about counterfeiting. They worry about fake products, underselling them when they're not the real thing. How do you deal with that? How do you reassure them?
Like any entrepreneur, when you start a business, you start to worry, and people around you worry much more than you do. When I started Alibaba, my parents worry, my wife worry, my friends worry, my teachers worry, my students worry, everybody worry. And they worry about a lot of things. The only thing that I worry, I should not disappoint the people who believe in me. We have a lot of things people worry. You know, when we start Alibaba, say, hey, you don't have a payment. You don't have a trust. People do not believe in online. They believe in face-to-face meeting. And government does not support internet. Nobody supports e-commerce. How could you do it? Counterfeit things, of course, there are a lot at the beginning, but you have to fix it. So in the past 15 years, we spend a lot of time because you have to making sure the customer feels safe, happy, the brand feels happy. And today, more than 100,000 brands partner with us. We are the company online today, the leader on anti-counterfeit and IP protection. By year 2036, we will be the 5th largest economy of the world. So all of the world. Everything they place on the line, within 72 hours, they will receive it. So this is our vision. Our business need it, we do it. We do it not because, we do it not because there's money. We do it because it is necessary. Focus your customers. Make your customer happy is important. Most of the American companies, internet companies failed in China. One of the reasons is that they spend too much time on making their boss happy rather than their customer happy. So as the entrepreneur, always number 1 priority is customer and employee.
What's your role at the company? You've given up the CEO position to Michael Evans. You're traveling the globe all the time, preaching the Alibaba story.
When I retired from CEO position, I told my CEO and teams, I'm still learning to be a chairman. I should have more free time to play golf. I fly 870 hours in the air last year, and this year 1,000 hours. 3 things. The first thing I would do is I would make sure our company mission and vision-driven company. I remember there is a guy called David Wong. He was working for Fortune 500. He said, Jack is a crazy guy. A company has no business model, no money, and talk about the mission, vision, and value. I say, David, come to my company. So he came to China, spent 3 days in my company. When he leave, he said, Jack, I found you are crazy. Now I found 100 crazy guys in your company. They all talk and seem like you. For the first 3 years of Alibaba, we had no revenue, no business model. And I told the team, forget about the money revenue today. If you want to be a long-term company, The only thing to think about is customers. The best revenue for our first 1 or 2 years is the email of thanks. If the customer sends you email saying, you are great. I was so happy early days when I went to a small restaurant, people will pay my bill with a small note to say, Jack, thank you very much. I know you do not make money, but we made a lot of money through your website. I like that. Even now, today, I had a lot of customers, they pay me something, you know. It's not a bribery, but, and I want to keep this culture in the company, keep on going. The world changes so fast. You know, the artificial intelligence may take a lot of jobs away. If we do not innovate enough, if we do not spend enough time and giving simple, easy products, application, technology for small business, most of small business cannot survive in the next 10 years of life.
And so what does small business need to survive?
The small business, no matter where you are, if you do not try to globalize your business through internet, you may not have a business opportunity. Your products, your chocolate, people in your village already know about the town in your village. But the people in China, they never know. They love these things. So think about how can you sell your products across the world. This is, I think, can face.
Yeah.
The world can be great, can be prosperous without you. When you die, people cry for 3 days or maybe less than 3 days, they forget you. So build up a good system for your team.
It strikes me.
Giving chance for them.
It's that part of you is always a teacher. I mean, you're teaching tonight. You're telling about my experience.
I was trained to be a teacher, and I benefit because I don't know anything about technology, computing. I still puzzle about what is. I do not know about accounting, marketing. I know very little about that. And I believe one thing. I'd give my advice to all of you as an entrepreneur. Today is very difficult, and tomorrow is even more difficult. But the day after tomorrow is very beautiful. Most people die tomorrow evening. You have to work hard. You have to learn. You have to rely on your team. That's my business.